Buckle up, Fairfield Prep. Today is Monday, May 2nd, and you're here live in the Berkman Storage Studios with your lead anchors, Patrick Godino and Gabe Aponte. This is the Monday Preport.
So I climb into the bouncy house, and Mr. and Mrs. outside. I'm like, come on, like, you know, it was a big event, so I'm like, here, you should play, because I had a little basketball hoop. And he's like, no, I'm not as good as you, so I don't want you to overshadow me. Yeah. Which I get it, I'm good at the bouncy house, but it's just like, you know, you could have at least participated. He's not my favorite.
He's also what's the word for someone who is non-participating in things? A wet blanket. That's the kind of guy I was going to go with
non-participant. Anyway, you look a little sick today, Gabe. And
FP Bola has been running a rampant,
which is a little ironic, isn't it? Because last week you said this.
I didn't throw up at all.
Okay, well, good for you. I'm happy. Rumor has it the dress code has been changed from a shirt and a tie to hazmat suits.
I've still been wearing shirts and ties.
I know you have, but just because you haven't gotten sick doesn't mean others haven't.
Well, I haven't gotten sick though.
I know that. You've made that clear. Many kids have been out multiple times with fevers.
I haven't been out at all.
Okay, Gabe.
I cannot confirm or deny that was me saying that.
That's all right. Fair enough. It's a fair argument. Let's get into a little sports recap. Baseball suffered a tough loss early in the week, and Coach Moritz wasn't mad, just disappointed. And when they won against Xavier on Wednesday, 11-3, he was slightly comforted, but still really disappointed about the loss.
This is true. Lacrosse had a game on Monday against Xavier and a game against Chaminade, and they were all victorious, I believe.
Nope, they all got whooped.
That's the opposite of what I wanted to say.
Yeah, you see, you're not feeling well. You're a little under the weather.
My inner ear is off.
Exactly. Your third eye is not quite where it needs to be. Golf was victorious in all three regattas, so good job to you guys.
Keep it up on those links. Rugby, for the first time ever, had a clean sweep. And I didn't know they were allowed to use brooms in rugby. Isn't that a curling thing?
Yeah, well, it's rugby and curling.
Oh, combined. Together at last, like nuts and gum.
Exactly.
I see. Very
exactly.
good.
Perfect analogy. Yes, both the red and white team won their meets against Staples. Crew had a contest against Brunswick, and all boats lost except for Sam's.
So thank you, Sam. It's all for you that we can credit Crew. I have no more rhymes, so it's up to you.
All right. Oh, nice way to tie that in there. And math took third place in the States. They headed to regionals on the 29th and finished 9th of 16 in the region and second amongst Connecticut teams. So
I'm not good at math. Is that like halfway to the top?
That's about average.
Average.
Finished about average, yeah.
I got a C for...
In campus ministry news, the Mother-Son Communion Breakfast was held on Sunday at 9, and it took place in the Egan Chapel.
Who's Mother-Son? Is that a student, the Mother-Son breakfast?
I think it must be, yeah, it was probably an honor.
A donator?
It was probably a gracious donor, yes,
It's nice. We support Mother-Son to the extent. Thank you from the report. In miscellaneous news, the Mad Assembly was last week, right?
Yep, last Tuesday, and turns out the presenter was a man, which is why I've decided to start MamPam, which is men against men posing as mothers.
Was he walking a mile in her shoes?
It is possible, since the Walk a Mile event was held this past weekend in Fairfield from 8:30 to 10 to raise awareness and put an end to domestic violence. Dress code on Friday was relaxed, but not eliminated, to raise awareness for the event. And many teams and administrators took part in the Walk a Mile event, and Mr. Dennis was in high heels, so if that doesn't make you just run out of your seat and get there, I don't know what will.
You know what, Patrick? That strikes a chord with me because he's absent today, Mr. Dennis. Do we think it might be some foot injury-related accident?
I doubt they're not connected.
I don't not think so.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
In addition, the Seed Diversity Dinner was held last week, and this is a very special event that takes place here at school. Students and parents bring food that represents their heritage. And we have a quote from Father Shemiski, who said that it's a unique way to recognize and celebrate our diversity as a community through our faith, which is the aspect that unifies us. And he also said that it's one of his favorite things that we do here at the school. So that was a huge success, as always.
Excellent. Also, recently we had a reception for our own Father Ryan, and over the weekend at the Gaelic American Club, a number of alumni came to show their support for Father Ryan, and we just want to say, Father Ryan, thank you for all of your support and service throughout the years. You're a true prep hero. Thank you, Father Ryan.
Yes, absolutely. And now I'd like to turn it over to an old friend for this week's edition of Today in Prep History.
Hey, Mr. Skullface, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. How are you?
I am fantastic. You look like you've got some news for us. What's happening?
Yeah, well, a few years ago, at a pep rally before a St. Joe's game, a few of these prep students threw bacon in the quadrangle.
Ooh, that sounds like a delicious prep rally. Or pep rally, if you will. Well, how'd it go?
I don't know, what do I look like, some sort of brainiac?
Touche! Thanks, Mr. Skullface.
Now let's get to some upcoming sports news. Baseball has a bunch of games this week. The first one is today against Hamden. The next one is Wednesday against Sheehan. The following one is against Brantford, and that's on Friday. And then Saturday they're playing Don Bosco, which is in New Jersey.
And a great movie. Lacrosse is playing today against North Haven, and also on Wednesday at Guilford.
Yes, and golf has a couple regattas this week as well. One is Tuesday against Amity, and the other is this Thursday against Cheshire.
Tennis
Nope.
has... Oh, no.
Yeah, that's Thursday, right?
That would be Thursday.
Yes,
the 5th.
Thursday.
Tennis has a game on today against Notre Dame of West Haven. They have a regatta against Cheshire on May the 4th be with you, and also on Friday at Xavier.
Yes, that's true. And
Anything happening in campus ministry these days, Patrick?
well, it's funny you should ask, because
Oh.
I've got a couple things lined up. The Mite Box will once again be collecting for the victims of the earthquake in Ecuador. This is a very worthy cause, so please be generous. And in addition, we have the Ascension Mass on Thursday. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
The Ascension Mass is going to be on this Thursday celebrating the Ascension, and that's going to be a full school Mass on Thursday celebrating the Ascension with Bishop Caggiano participating and will be saying the homily. And what's most important is it's going to be the last full school Mass of the year. So
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with an Ascension Mass on Thursday.
That's true, and a lot of people in campus ministry have been working hard to sort of put that together, so good job to all you guys. Thanks for your hard work. In miscellaneous news, we have AP exams coming up over the next 2 weeks.
How do you feel about that?
I've got mixed feelings, and I'm not going to get into them right now because I feel that my opinion is it's not really the place of the show. But it will be time to unbolt the doors of the virtually unused Brissette Gym for test takers, and they will also have full access to the locker rooms before and after the strenuous test.
In other miscellaneous news, the spring auction is going to be happening this Saturday in our brand new Student Life Center. It's going to be a fun time for all. It's fundraising for the school, and you can register right now online to build the hallways of success. What about the arts, Patrick?
Well, I just want to stop you right there, and I haven't been this excited to build the hallways of success since I heard that Mr. Dennis might be in high heels. Just
Wow,
wanted to throw that
2
out
weeks
there.
in a row?
That's true, and that's a high bar right there. Okay, so in the arts, like you said, the prep play Carousel is next week. It's on Thursday and Friday. But now we're mad because here's the deal. We've pitched 2 stellar ideas for a new musical for the school to take on, both of which I guess were turned down. I didn't get that impression. Okay, so this is all set. We're good to go.
No.
I'm sorry, did she say yes? That's what I heard. Yes. All right, mission accomplished. But supposedly they said no because...
Didn't happen.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't see any of those being put on. So we're just upset because both of those ideas are now being rebooted in Hollywood.
Wait, this just in. Our first idea was what last year?
Ghostbusters the musical.
Right. And I believe that is, yep, it's being made into a new feature film.
Mm-hmm. Are you getting anything else from that feed there?
Yeah, hold on the other one. What was this year's pitch?
I believe it was Three's Company, the musical.
Right, and I believe, yep, that's being made into a brand new, what?
A movie, I think?
I think, yep, it's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Monday Preport has anticipated each of these pitches.
Basically what we have to start doing is cut the musicals and just go straight to Hollywood because that's what's happening. So
Yep.
I'm not pitching anything else to the drama club anymore. I've had it.
Do you know any big wigs over in the West Coast there?
I might know 1 or 2.
Then there we are. Let's send a drone out there right now with our next one that we're going to keep under wraps.
Yes.
So that Big Hollywood doesn't snatch it away from us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on a very somber note, there's a memorial for a great and beloved teacher, administrator, and coach, Mr. Magan, who passed away on April 23rd at 66 years of age. He was a member of the prep community for over 30 years, and he will be missed by alumni and faculty alike. The Memorial Mass will be held this Saturday at Egan Chapel here on Fairfield University campus at 10:30 a.m., and it will be followed by a reception.
Yeah, just we here as an organization would like to send our condolences to the Magnan family and everyone who's been affected by this loss. He was certainly a great part of the school, and he'll surely be missed. So that about does it for this week.
Sounds good.
That's a lot going on here. It's a busy time of the year. So thank you for watching, and we'd like to let you know that this episode is brought to you by the One Arm Tree Climbing Club.
That's a thing?
Yes, it is. Just don't wave to them when they're out on a limb. Thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to check us out on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, and remember, it's not just news.
It's news.
Have a great week, Fairfield Prep.